August 2nd, 2011, the day the Treasury Secretary Timothy Geithner says the feds will max out America's credit lines, like maxing out a credit card. Except the U.S. debt ceiling already hit its limit on May 16th of this year. $14.294 trillion to be exact. This week, President Barack Obama stressed that now is the time to deal with the situation.
Pull off the Band-Aid. Eat our peas.
And the Republicans' response.
I want to do what I think is in the best interest of the country. But it takes two to tango.
The president says Washington needs to eat their peas. Seems like Washington is playing a little pepper on the sandlot. What will happen if they don't reach a deal by August 2nd, when we run out of money and we can't pay our debts? What is the U.S. debt ceiling?
Too high. America, I think, is like over $1 trillion.
More like $14 trillion in debt, the highest of any country. And since the inception of the debt ceiling in 1917, the debt limit has been increased more than 100 times, and 10 times in the past 10 years alone.
Congress, of course, is going to pass an increase in the debt limit in time for us to avoid default.
But what if the United States stops paying its debts? What does it really mean? To start with, the U.S.'s spotless credit rating would be downgraded. Interest rates on Treasury bonds would then rise. Credit downgrades in Europe have roiled markets for months now, adding further uncertainty to the health of the global economy. Government payments for Social Security, Medicare, and veteran recipients would be held back. Other government programs would be shut down, and paychecks for U.S. workers may stop.
They can't even have hope for their future or retirement. They can't see the end of the tunnel. They just can't see it anymore.
And as the cost of government borrowing increases, it's likely to trickle down into the housing sector in the form of higher mortgage rates.
But I know that we got to figure something out, and we got to figure something out fast, or we're going to see this dip all the way down.
All in all, analysts say the uncertainty of the debt ceiling and the underlying problem of government spending is hampering the pace of the economic recovery. But in the delicate game of Washington politics, the negotiations continue.
One way or another, we're not going to default. That we're going to find a way to pay our bills. I don't know what's going to happen, but they just assume that not paying our bills would be such a terrible thing to happen that it's just not going to happen.
Robert Ray, Associated Press, Chicago.